The response to international crisis, the case of Morocco. The aftermath of the 2008 financial crisis, and how Morocco overcame the crisis. Since 2008, and the global economic and financial crisis, the European Union has been suffering from low levels of investment. Collective and coordinated efforts at European level are needed to reverse this downward trend, and put Europe on the path of economic recovery. Adequate levels of resources are less available, and therefore need to be mobilized across the European Union in support of investment. There is no single, simple answer, no growth button that can be pushed, and no one-size-fits-all solution. Since the outbreak of the global economic and financial crisis, the European Union has been suffering from low levels of investment. The Juncker Plan. Coordinated efforts at European level are needed to put Europe on the path of economic recovery. The Investment Plan for Europe https @Europa Commission Priorities Jobs Growth and Investment Plan Europe Juncker Plan N, the so-called Juncker Plan, focuses on creating jobs and boosting growth by making smarter use of financial resources, removing obstacles to investment, and providing visibility and technical assistance to investment projects. The Investment Plan for Europe, the so-called Juncker Plan, has three objectives: to remove obstacles to investment, to provide visibility and technical assistance to investment projects, and to make smarter use of financial resources. The new circular economy policy. The European Commission has adopted an ambitious new circular economy package to help European businesses and consumers to make the transition to a stronger and more circular economy, where resources are used in a more sustainable way. The proposed actions will contribute to closing the loop of product life cycles through greater recycling and reuse, and bring benefits for both the environment and the economy. The plans will extract the maximum value and use from all raw materials, products and waste, fostering energy savings and reducing greenhouse gas emissions. The pillars of the Moroccan response to the crisis. Morocco remained relatively immune vis the global financial crisis throughout 2000. However, a significant slowdown in the economic activity was reflected in recent indicators, and an emergency plan was put forth to face the repercussions of the global crisis focused on selected segments of the manufacturing sector, while failing to prevent a downward trend in the economic indicators. The strength of the Moroccan economy. Within Europe, France is the main trade partner, followed by Spain, Britain, Italy and Germany. Over the last years, Morocco signed many free trade agreements that will lead to the total dismantling of all trade barriers within 3 years. Among the various free trade agreements that Morocco has ratified with its main partners are the US-Morocco Free Trade Agreement. Note that Morocco has less than 10% trade with the Arab countries. The outcomes of the financial crisis on Morocco. The impact of the financial crisis on the Moroccan economy is reviewed over 3 stages. The first stage reflects the end of 2007 and the 3 first quarters of 2008. At the time, there was no clear external shock, although Morocco is very dependent on oil imports. Domestically, and despite the deteriorating financial situation in the United States and Europe, the banking credit in Morocco was still growing. The stock market was expanding and unemployment was declining. In addition to these positive indicators, Morocco was unaffected by the international crisis. The positive outlook was due to 3 pillars: a solid banking sector, a healthy stock market with mostly local investors, and a restricted capital account. Moral: Morocco has made the right choices in the past years, and it is reaping the benefits of its wise reforms instituted previously. The second stage is marked by the 4th quarter of 2008, parallel to the recession in Europe, Morocco's main trade partner. So far, the impact was not reflected in the local indicators, and it was expected to be very limited, since the Moroccan growth was mainly driven by domestic demand, domestic consumption and domestic investment. Hence, the Moroccan government sought to prevent any deterioration in the economic activity, and a finance law was introduced in early 2009 to cut income taxes. The measure was expected to boost domestic consumption. Despite all these negative aspects, Morocco was still denying any externally born crisis. The potential impact of the crisis was very limited, yet the government expressed its readiness to support the sectors that may be hit by the crisis, and maintained a very optimistic 5% growth for the following years, while maintaining its investment program.